on!
We did say we wanted a second.
He's going for it.
Oh, that's
Come on!
That's some second
Get
goal,
in!
isn't it?
What a finish. I absolutely love that man. No, it was a class finish by Bruno. He cuts inside from the left and he just bends into the top corner. And Newcastle are going to be in the Champions League next season. I'm going to get the Champions League theme in my phone. Get on my Spotify playlist.
Newcastle 2, Chelsea 0.
Put
the corner flag down, mate. Put the corner flag down.
No, keep it going.
I feel we're going to get an outrageous take.
I'm not. Okay, all right. I'm just gonna
Yeah,
Newcastle 2, Chelsea 0 into the 91st minute. Bruno Guimaraes outside box on the left-hand side. He gets his shot away. It does take, I think, a wicked deflection, which gets the ball in the air, goes above Sanchez. But Jack, what a moment. And Bruno Guimaraes, he is everything that's good about Newcastle United.
Yeah, he
in
epitomises
terms of
Newcastle.
quality. But the character of Bruno.
Yeah, he epitomises Newcastle. He absolutely loves it on Tyneside. And, you know, you sign this Brazilian guy from Lyon, you know, what you're not really expecting him to invest himself so fully in the club. He was probably going to be sold last summer. That was the point of the release clause, the £100 million release clause. The idea was that Newcastle would sell him and avoid having to sell like Anderson and Minter for PSR.
Oh, right.
That was genuinely the reason. I'm so glad that didn't happen. And now I don't see him going anywhere. I can see him being here for a long time, and he'll go down as one of Newcastle's best ever players.
In Premier League era, in terms of quality,
still kicking off.
more Nino here this time. It's Cartwheel with Dan Burner going at it. This is what we like. Go on, Dan.
Go on, Dan.
This is what it's all about. This is beautiful.
We love
Cartwheel and Dan Burner would have been together in international duty in March a little bit, because this game is massive in the race for the top 5. We've seen more shenanigans in the last 10 minutes than actual ball on the pitch. In terms of quality, Premier League era, where is Bruno? Where does Bruno rank?
For Newcastle players, he's got to be in the top. For midfield, he's probably the best midfielder I've probably seen, to be fair. But then again, Tonali's there as well. That's the thing, like, for Premier League midfielders.
Who's better, Tonali or Bruno?
You know what, I actually think Tonali is better.
Quaker needs to calm down, doesn't he?
He's lost his head completely.
But I think Chelsea have totally lost their heads, to be honest. The game's not gone their way, and now they're just scrapping. I don't know, I feel like, you know, we were saying, like, you've not had a significant win this season.
Yeah.
You've rocked up here, there was a chance for you to get your significant win, and how's that one?
Yeah. I don't know what to say.
That Liverpool win was massive, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And you've been on that great speech, which is actually on Instagram if anybody wants to find it.
You got
bring on Newcastle.
Fired up.
I mean, you look.
Do you know what? The reason why I'm so annoyed, and as I've got older, football's annoyed me less and less. I've got a child now. I'm more kind of grounded and well-rounded. But I'm on the brink of swearing because this has really annoyed me. I thought we had a chance to go to St James's Park and getting something. Nicholas Jackson getting the red card was...
What are your thoughts on Jackson?
I can't because I'll start.
Fair.
I can't. But like, silly.
Oh no, we can.
Silly.
Yeah, definitely going off.
I'm working with the club in the summer, so I can't. But that was very, very silly. And it's just been poor. It's just been poor. The first half was really poor when we had 11 men. When we've had 10 men, of course, we created chances, didn't take those chances. Cole Palmer's not had a very good game. And it's just really annoyed me because this was a chance to not only boost our chances of finishing in the top 5, but also dent Newcastle's. And we haven't done that, and Newcastle deserve to win this game. We're going to win this game.
I said before the game, whoever wins this probably gets Champions League football. And I still think Chelsea can, because you can go at Nottingham Forest, and I feel like the pressure will all be on Forest.
Yeah.
And I can see Chelsea going there and winning, just because I think the pressure might get too much for Forest, to be honest.
Yeah, this is a huge afternoon in the race for the Premier League top 5. We know that Newcastle 2, Chelsea 0, 94 minutes gone after a run of just 4 wins in 13 top 5 matches. Chelsea were unbeaten in 6 league games, and they won 3 in a row for only the 3rd time all season. But a massive blow this will be for Chelsea in their bid to finish inside of the top 5. So, Kwaku, the next 2 games, if you were to try and... Can we assume... I think one of you said you don't think Forest will win later.
No, I don't.
If Forest do beat Leicester, they go to 64.
Good ball.
No one there.
How do you... Do you still think Chelsea will come to... You think it'll come down to a shootout last day of the season?
Yeah. I just think that's the way it's lining up. Villa are obviously back in it now.
100%.
Villa are well and truly back, and their last 2 games are Spurs and United. Either side of a Europa League final.
We're not bothered. They can have the 3 points.
So you want your team to lose again?
Don't care.
You want your team to lose again?
Not bothered.
You want your team to lose again?
Not bothered.
Fair enough.
Not bothered. Bigger things. Bigger
fish to fry.
Bigger fish to fry.
Be careful.
There's bigger fish to fry.
Yeah? What, the Europa League?
Yeah, play the kids. I literally don't care. Europa League in a couple of days after.
So Villa back in it.
Villa are well and truly back in it.
I do think that it will come down to that final day, us against Forest, and I think we'll beat Forest. I feel like if
No chance.
well, no chance. Say it louder.
At Forest.
Say it louder.
I said it to you last
Say it so it gets
week.
clipped up, by the way.
I said it to you last week.
Chelsea have got no chance.
I said it to you last week.
Say the
If
words.
Forest, I said to you last week, and I will reiterate the same thing. If Forest are still in with a shout, and you've got to go there on the last day of the season, no chance.
What do you think?
No
Do you not think the pressure get too much for the Forest players?
Not
though?
not on the day.
I know, but they know what they're on the cusp of achieving then, and the fans will be so nervous. They
They
really
don't
will
win
be.
today. They don't win today.
If they don't
I
win
think they'll win
today,
What's the next two fixtures? Leicester and West
I
Ham.
know. I think they'll be on 67 points going into that game against Chelsea.
Yeah, so even a point then could be enough for them to come fifth.
Yeah.
Potentially.
So then it's very different.
Also, there's a chance, by the way, that both of them miss out, and if
I
Villa
know.
win their two
Yes.
remaining games, it could be Villa that
There
come.
is. And Villa were the ones who looked. I didn't think Villa would win yesterday, to be honest. Like against Bournemouth, I did not think they would. I thought it'd be a draw that game, but to go there and win 1-0 is extremely impressive.
Let's just
result.
take you through the final few minutes of this game then. Newcastle 2, Chelsea 0. We are just, I think, seconds away from the full-time whistle at St James's Park. What a massive afternoon, what a massive victory this will be for Newcastle at St James's Park. How many big occasions, big matches
Yes!
have Newcastle had at St James's Park? And there goes the full-time whistle.
Come on.
Newcastle 2, Chelsea 0. Sandro Tonali very early. Bruno Guimaraes very late. There was a Nicholas Jackson red card as well. And as things stand, with the Premier League... We have to include Arsenal now in this conversation.
Yeah.
Arsenal in second on 67. Newcastle 66. City 65. It's then Chelsea in fifth on 63. Villa 63. Forest on 61. Of course, Forest later on this afternoon take on Leicester at home. So Forest could, if they beat Leicester at home, go into the top five. Kwaku, a bad defeat for Chelsea. How are you feeling?
Yeah, it's I'm struggling for one. I mean, where you guys to block out the haters because that was poor and it's really affected me, that one, because I just thought we'd go to Newcastle and get something. We've not got a good record against Manchester United. Next week could be anything. It's on a Friday night. I know Man United have got bigger fish to fry in the Europa League final. But we're just not very good against Manchester United. It took a last-minute Cole Palmer deflected winner last year to beat a poor United side, and so we'll see how that game goes. But I do think we beat Forest in the final game of the season. So
Yeah.
it's obviously in our hands, and we have to win our games. But I just thought this was an important game where we could have at least got a point and dented Newcastle's hopes and boosted ours, but it hasn't happened. Nicholas Jackson's missing for the last couple of games of the season. Is that a bad thing?
No, probably not.
And so yeah, let's see how we go. But I'm not happy, Sam. I'm not.
You must be happy, Jack.
I'm extremely happy. Keep on my 100% record on the goal show as well. Newcastle won every game I've been on. So.
Is that right?
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
So,
It's a good record.
That is a great
I
record.
can
But I
only
think that's just more Newcastle being class, to be fair. But yeah, I feel like I said before the game, I was saying it all week to everyone who I knew, I was extremely confident we'd win this game. I just wasn't. I wasn't scared of Chelsea. I've seen enough from Chelsea this season. I didn't feel like they'd turn up and deliver, and I was entirely right. They didn't deliver. Newcastle were too aggressive for them, too clever for them.
Just a better team.
Just a better team. Certainly on the day. You know, it's one of those.
Do you know what? I will let you.
Yeah.
I'll let you kind of pick up your team, and I'll let you kind of hype up a very good Newcastle team. You can't say anything.
I'm giving credit to Newcastle.
You can't be ad-libbing when he's spitting bars because your team's rubbish.
Oh, I will.
I'm looking at the league table right there.
Again, it's just
I'm looking at
not
the league
that.
table right there. 16th.
Yeah.
16th.
Kwaku, they're in the Europa
But
League final.
listen, why have you made this about Spurs? I'm just giving credit to Newcastle. They're a brilliant
I mean,
team.
what
Brilliant.
a season this has been
Much
for
better than
Newcastle.
Chelsea.
I mean,
We talked about Arsenal fans before, right? Arsenal fans not being normal. You're not a normal Spurs fan. You're not a normal Spurs fan.
I'm not, because I get such a nibble out of you. It's so easy. It's so easy. So easy.
How special is this Newcastle team?
I think this is
What they've done for the city over the last couple of seasons?
It's unbelievable. It's absolutely incredible. This is the best team we've ever had in my lifetime. You know, obviously there's Newcastle had special players in the past, like the Shearers and stuff, but as an overall team, I don't think it's ever been as complete as this.
It's cliche, but there is a real unity, isn't there, between fans and players. You can tell that when you watch them.
There really is, and Eddie Howe has massively harnessed that as well. Like, he hasn't, you know, other managers have turned up at St James's Park and maybe not understood. Like Graham Souness, for example, he just didn't understand it and immediately turned the fans against him, basically. But with what he's managed to create, you know, not many teams like to come to St James's Park. You know, you really don't want to go there. You know what it's going to be like. Also, the way the team play is so aggressive. And so on the front foot, it's kind of the way we want to watch football as well.
Yeah.
We don't just knock the ball around forever. It's you're trying to get forward and score goals as quickly as possible.
What is, I mean, again, possibility of the season, you can finish second
I know, which is,
with a trophy.
Unreal.
What is... I can't take Quaker seriously. Can Newcastle win a Premier League in the next 3 years?
I mean, I think the Premier League title race is going to be open, like probably next season. And this summer is massive because last summer, ultimately, Newcastle signed Lloyd Kelly, who's gone. Got 20 million from him, though, incredibly. He's at Juventus now. Was Lewis Hall signed?
A business I've seen in a long time.
It's unbelievable, that, isn't it?
Sign him for free. He's not very good for you.
He's 20 million. I think it just shows you how bad Juventus are at transfers, though. I mean, how have they gone from Huyson to Lloyd Kelly?
Yeah,
that's exactly what's happened.
Ridiculous.
But so last summer was pretty poor. I mean, Sula joined as well. He's just he's a third choice striker. So if the summer is right in terms of the key positions that are strengthened, I see no reason why Newcastle cannot challenge for the Premier League next year. There's the real momentum with the club as well. Everything's going in the right way. The players are committed. I can't see any of the big players leaving this summer. I just don't see it at all. Like you heard this thing about Isak and stuff, and well, one, I don't know why I'd go anyway. I don't see the point. But also, no one can afford him for another.
Also, like you're building something really special. You were just talking about like the unity that like you have with Eddie Howe and with the fans. You had such a terrible ownership before that. Everything was disjointed for such a long time.
Yeah.
So now you've got this ownership that want to build something. It will take time, obviously, because of PSR. But you've got an ownership where you know you will get there in the end.
Yeah.
Big players, why would you want to leave? This is an ongoing thing. And you've got Eddie Howe, who everyone, probably including myself at times, has turned my nose up, thinking, well, it's not a shining manager, it's not the big name, but actually he's a really, really good coach. So if I was at Newcastle, why would I want to go anywhere else?
Yeah, I think also as a player, certainly if Newcastle are going to look at, so say Wemo or Semenyo have been linked with, for example, would you not look at Howe and be like, yeah, he can make me, he can make, like if you look like Joe Linton,
I'd want to play under him,
yeah, you'd want to play under him. There's no reason why you wouldn't. Another thing people forget about this season Newcastle as well is Botman has been injured all year. He's been injured since 2023, September 2023, basically. And I don't know if people remember his first season, but I thought it was amazing that first year. Like, so good. So we've managed to do it without one of our best players, essentially, all year. And everyone talks about other teams' injuries and stuff, but that's been totally ignored, the fact Botman's been out the whole season.
You asked a question about can they win the title within the next 3 years. I think, yeah, they should be looking at that. I know the PSR's changed the landscape of football, but Newcastle are ostensibly the richest club in the world. They've got the richest owners in the world. And so they would have looked at this situation, obviously where they were at when they bought the club, Newcastle on their knees. But within the next 3 years, if Newcastle, which they proved that they can do, I know they were most of them were Dan Ashworth signings, but Newcastle can...
Are you going to take your glasses off?
No, I'm blocking out the haters. I'm in a room full of haters, and I'm blocking them out.
Who's hating?
You lot.
What have I said?
Do you know what happens? Again, I'm in the middle of like a soliloquy, giving my point, and then they're laughing.
And then they're laughing.
You know what they do?
You're sitting in a studio there with glasses on.
What they do? What they do, right, is they sit there, they whisper, they go, yeah, good game. And then they say something outlandish, and I bite, and I nibble, because I'm ganged up on it.
It's been 8 months.
I'm bullied.
It's been 8 months, you know.
And so I'm
how it
blocking out the
works.
bullies.
The comments on YouTube think you bully Abby, actually, if anything.
Honestly, Abby's Angels out in full force. I'm having...
I love the Abby's Angels.
Are honestly ridiculous. I'm having anonymous DMs being... I can't even say the words. They're like, you're this, you're that. I'm like, wow.
Seriously?
Honestly.
DMs on Instagram?
Honestly, my feelings are hurt.
All after Abby?
All because I'm mean to Abby. All because me and Abby get into a back and forth. All because I say the European League
Just don't be mean to me then. Don't be mean.
I'm not mean, I'm honest. I'm honest. You don't have enough honest people in your life. I'm honest with you. Matches terrible. Spurs are rubbish. Europa League.
Those jorts, terrible. Terrible. You need honest people in your life to tell you that outfit's not it, okay? You're welcome.
On AM, on DAB, via the talkSPORT app and on your smart speaker. talkSPORT.